Welcome back, ladies and gents. Got everybody back in town. Basically, at the just where the last video ended. Interesting music playing there in the background. Let me put everybody back in. We'll have Bataille go in here. Maggie. Moon. I'm trying not to get them up in there. Eventually, I'm going to want to go to find someone to rename these fellas because I don't like the name Escaped Servant. All right. Now, let's look at which one we want to be the armor smith. And let's start. It won't be Moon because Moon is not a Greenland or Scorchlander. It might be. Nope. Even though she's dark, she's not a Scorchlander. She's a normal Greenlander with farming skills. Maggie. Uh-oh. I think even though these were dark, I think they're regular Greenlanders, unfortunately. Yep. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Surely Gecko. All right. Yeah. Okay. Gecko is the only one it looks like because I know the Shek are not. All right. So Gecko is going to be my armor smith. Let's look at what he's got right here. We're going to get him a backpack. I want you to have... Where did I put all that stuff at? I thought there was an extra backpack. It may be on the... Is it on Tiny? Or Ferdinand? All right. That large backpack's going to Gecko. And what's in that backpack? Nothing. Excellent. All right. I should have bought... I definitely should have bought some more first aid kits. But I'll worry about that in a bit. Let's see if we can get him over here and make this his job. He's now operating the weaponsmith. Let's put in... we're going to put in guardless katanas again, because that's the only thing I want, and that's what I want him working on. Number 1. Oops. Let me stop that for a moment. Yep. And repeat Q. Now he should take off. He's very slow. Let me put this on fast forward. This... What is he eating? Dust Boss. And Ruka took care of him. All right, I saw there was someone here that was... Sonya went and laid down. I saw someone that was wounded. Looks like Moon and this escaped servant. Yeah, I definitely got to go. It was Maggie's who I was thinking of, I believe. All right, Maggie, go lie down. And Stone, go lie down. Also, I'm really going to go right off the bat and try to find a... I really need to change these names, escape servant and escape servant, because I want to be able to distinguish the two just by their names. And right now, I won't be able to do that since they both have escaped servant as their name. That spider, Ruka, why don't you just go ahead and finish that? Actually, yeah. Where's Ruka? Go ahead and finish that spider off. And Stone comes over to help. Ruka got hit, but she's okay. The spider will get up again, I think. Let's see what kind of armor this guy has. Randy, go over there and take a look. We'll take that and the boots for now. I'm going to take that just because I can sell it for money. We'll go and trade that to Tiny. Randy's very slow. 7 miles per hour. We'll put that in there. And this also. All right, carry on. Now, who doesn't have at least a standard grade helmet? Right there. Okay, Moon. Run, trade with Tiny. We're going to give you that helmet. And standard, we'll give you that. We don't care about the boots. We can sell them. Sell that. All right, that's shoddy, and that's shoddy. All right, carry on. Wait a minute, moon. Sorry, my mistake. I think there is a... Did I not build a bolt box? I don't think I did. There it is. I thought I built it. Moon, go put your bolts in there, please. Thank you. All right. Is there anybody... There's no... Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Let's figure out here. Moon for now. I don't think there's anybody left. 93, of course, is Swift. And Bataille. What is Bataille doing right now? Nothing. Jobs. Once you get back on your jobs, Bataille, where are you? Right there. All right. Is everybody else on passive? No, I think he was the only one that was on passive. Okay. Moon. All right, all the new people apparently on passive. Gecko's doing his job. All right. I really wish I had another Greenlander, but because could be the armor smith also. But since we don't, I mean, not Greenlander, but Scorchlander. I can't believe out of the 4 dark-skinned people I got, I allowed freed from slavery. Only one of them was a Scorchlander. That's bad luck on my part. All right, so we're going to make Randy an armor smith. Why not? Randy, come in here. Go inside there so I can see. Thank you. And we're going to make you start on here. Leather crafting. And for leather crafting, of course, we're going to do the turtlenecks because they take the longest. Put that on repeat. And then when you can't do that, go back to the leather crafting bench or the leather tanning bench. We've got plenty of skins. And we have plenty of leather at the moment. Now, I need to get somebody on the farming on this. Well, that's Bataille, but I mean on the output of fabrics. So let's make that Wish. Wish, I want you to work the fabrics. And then what do I want Stone to do? Stone, guess what? Stone, you're going to work this. That makes sense to me. Even though there's nothing to be done right now. We're probably full. Yeah, we're full. Although, you know what, Stone? Where is Tiny? Tiny, come down here, please. Or up here. Let's take all of them. At least as much as we can get. That looks like it's going to be as much as I can get. And that means Stone has something to do now. Oh, I got 2 characters. Oh, that's Sonya. I thought I said Stone and Stone. Sonya, what are you doing? Okay, you're working that one. There is no research. You're my scientist. Okay, so you've got 80 in science. Let's look and see here. Automatic flour grinding would be something to look into. Steel bars, definitely. Steel bars 2. All right, let's look for advanced. Let's go for advanced weapons upgrade, which is going to take 1 ancient science book. We'll do that. And advanced weapon upgrades 2, which is going to take 2. Then let's go back to industry. I think that's enough now. We'll see what happens after that comes through. Because we're going to need, obviously, we're going to need many more science books. And ancient science and engineering and all that stuff. Let's have Sonya research that. I guess this thing's dead now. Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to say Stone. This escape servant, and is Maggie done? Yeah, Maggie, okay. Escape servant, Maggie, and both escape servants are going to work this. And that means that Moon is going to work this. And also I'm going to have Tiny and Joe go on a run. Tiny and Joe will turn jobs off, and we're going to go to the up here. To the way station. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Research those two things. Didn't take long for these guys to get up here. Let's come up here and sell that stuff. Oh, Joe's got his backpack on it. Okay. Is there anything in his backpack, by the way? Nope. Oh, that sword. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to sell from Tiny all of this stuff. It's not going to bring a whole lot of money, but that's not really the point. The point is just to make room so that our guys have stuff to do back at camp. All right, come down around here. Go back to camp. Moo, you're not doing anything. Normally you're doing iron, so we're going to drop you from that. And Griffin, manual stone processor, we're going to drop you from that. Although, we're going to need somebody to actually mine stone. So Moo and Griffin, you can mine stone when there's stone to be mined. You don't need to work this machine. They're already working that machine. No, they're just standing next to it. They're actually mining stone. Okay, see that? And Swift is doing the farming. Batai's doing this farming over here. Ruka is operating this machine. And Kang is going to help her. Sonia is researching. And then she goes back to the electrical workbench. And this thing. Is this... How many people can work this? 3. All right, yeah, Sonia, you work this when you're not doing the electrical workbench or the research bench. And Moon, of course, you're operating the iron refinery. Got 3 people on it already. That's fine. All right, Gecko, what kind of garbage are you turning out, my friend? It's going to take you a long time with the skill you have, which was pretty low. You're up to 22, even though we got this racial XP bonus of times 1.2 learning the skill. So it's not taking him long, these low levels. He's already up to 22. And you can see how fast he's progressing to 23, 40, 41, 42, 43 very quickly. That's why I wanted a Scorchlander. Scorchlanders have that bonus to both weaponsmithing and armor smithing. Of course, they got the malus to labor, farming, and cooking. But that's all right. He's got a bonus to athletics. That's why I mentioned early on in one of the previous videos that I like my martial artist to be Scorchlander. Speaking of which, wasn't one of these, I think it's Stone. Yeah, Stone is the martial artist, which means I want him to be here. I want him to be the last person in the list. That way it's easier for me to grab him. Martial artist is the last one in the list. We're going to give him... I think it's here. Come over here, Stone. We're going to give him those martial artist bindings. Nope, it's not there. Then it is here. I think I clicked on the correct one. There we go. Martial artist bindings. Instead of that shirt he's wearing. All right. He's wearing a wife beater. We don't want that. The hat is okay. It doesn't offer any armor value, but it protects him from acid. And until I can get him a better hat, that's okay for now. But also, where's Tiny? Yeah, let's take all of these. And if there's any here, we'll take all of those. All right, now, you two, let's run back up to the way station. And this time, I'm not going to forget to buy medical kits. First aid kits. I don't know if they'll have the advanced. That's my preference, but whatever they have, I'll buy. He doesn't have any, which means we're going to go to Squin. We got 99,000 cats. So let's run to Squin. The entrance to Squin. Even though it looks like it's right here, it's actually right here. So we'll have them guys run right there. See if they do not get accosted. Looks like 27 is going to be their combined run speed. That should be enough to make it without any issues. Of course, Tiny's going to get caught on every little branch and uneven seam on the map. And I think I clicked on Tiny by accident there. I did. Come on. Forgot how to rotate the map and misclicked. 100 oaken dogs with me, but instead I'm stuck here. Okay. Yeah, show them your gear. I got nothing to hide. All right. Where is the... Let's go into the... Right here. General store. Welcome, friend. He also doesn't have... Yeah, I'm going to have to go to a place that has a camping shop. I forget what it's called. I don't like the way that windmill is looking there. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing here I want. So let's press on. Which means I'm probably going to have to go to one of the big cities. Which would be Admag. Let's go to Admag. We'll run here. And hopefully I can make it. This can be a dangerous trip to Admag for just 2 characters. But they have speed on their side. Again, first time I've started the game up in a week, so it's loading all these sectors for the first time. Okay. Usually they're spiders or renegade Shek. I don't like the way they're breaking apart here. You got to watch out for Kral's Chosen, for example, through here. And spiders. All right, you two, come around here. We got to go into this right here. The travel gear shop. They will have med kits. Well, they should have med kits. There you go. You got 1 med kit. Boy, what a wasted trip. Well, we'll take these also. I got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new characters with me. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even though I know I bought one of those. I don't think I need any more of these. And do we have any location already known? Already known, already known. We don't know that one. We don't know that one. Okay, that one's known and known. And what is this? Camp shelter. Research already known. Small back. I'm sorry. Mercenary tent. I'm gonna buy that. It's only 300, I think it was. And we do need some more backpacks now. I'm gonna buy this large backpack. I'm not gonna buy these because I want the trader's backpack, the one with the sunshade over the top, like you can see here. This thing goes on the top. All right, that's it. Let's go. Let's go back out here. Looking for spiders. And then we'll run back to camp. Right there. All right, you guys doing okay? Well, what I was talking about. See how the trader's backpack, let me pause for a minute. It's got that sunshade over the top. That's what I prefer. Not because of the sunshade, but because they are stacking. They're stacking backpacks. Not all backpacks you can stack, but the trader's backpack will stack, and that's what I prefer. All right, you guys will be okay on your own. Let's see have you completed anything yet? Gecko. Yeah, bunch of garbage. 90 looks to be the standard, and it's going to be a long time before you're up to that standard, I believe. As soon as Tiny gets back, we'll go and we'll take these lower tier weapons to sell also. Randy, have you made anything yet? I know you didn't make those. Those are the ones that we pulled off the dead bodies. But they can still be used, so let's give this one to Moon, since she was the first one in the list that we'll need it. There you go, and then that will be Garbage. And then Escaped Servant, you come and get one also. You don't have any shirt. There we go. All right, that's all Garbage. Pull that down. I suppose I could also... Escaped Servant, you're not doing anything. I could have swore that I moved you to do something. I think maybe there was someone already... Okay, that's full. 3 workers, 3 workers. 1 worker. All right, Escaped Servant. I must have misclicked somehow. I want you to work that stone machine, Betty. I'm asking you to. I'm not forcing you to. You're not my slave. Yeah, everybody else has got a job that they're working on. All right. Joe, Tiny. Let's distribute. First, let's read these. 1 location added to the map, which is where? Oh, you know what? I made the mistake of closing the map and reopening it, so it's not gonna highlight in green. That's why I always do them individually. Once you've opened the map one time, it doesn't highlight anymore. And I made a mistake. I pressed the wrong button and closed it and opened it again, so that's gone. I don't know what that was. Let's see what the other one is. I'll try to do this one right. Let me read that first. I'll try to do this one right. All right. 1 location added to the map. This time, don't close. Right there. A tower near an outpost. All right, that music. This is that song that is so loud. The music. Let's have Tiny... Well, we'll wait for a bit till this gets fuller, because he's working... Quickly, what were you? You're at 22 last time we checked. Let me get off of that character and get on the right character. All right, 35, still going up fairly quickly. 13, 14, 15, 16, yep. Those low levels up to about 40, I think, is going to go fairly quick. What is all this? Hungry Bandits. Ah. Let's finish doing what we're doing here before we get some training in. King, what are you doing, buddy? You're aimless and hungry. Wait a minute. Are we out of food? No? Why are you hungry? King? King? I just had to move him so he'd go get food. Look at him. He was starving. Is there anybody else starving when there's food to be ate? Ferdinand is starving. Okay, Ferdinand, come over here. Why aren't you guys eating? Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. Are these the good ones? Oh, yes, they are. I'm glad I clicked on Ferdinand, though. We want to put the good weapons. 90. 90. And I will equip. This is 81. And 81. Didn't mean to click on that. All right. I don't know who that combat cleaver belongs to at the moment. Do we have any room for this leather? Yes, we can put that leather in there. And then I also want, let's arrange this. This martial artist binding. We only ever need one, and we can build more. So that'll be a sold item, which is going to go to Tiny. All right. Anyone else starving? Even though there's food to be had? Okay, everybody has eaten. Has ate. What is this? Is that a bone dog? Yeah, it is. Joe, did you... Let's see if you did. No, you didn't. All right, we'll take the meat. Take it all. And we're going to give Tiny the couple of teeth. Put you back on job so you go and drop the meat off. Which you did do. Did you put it in the fireplace? Yes, you did. Let's go ahead and get that out of there. Thank you. And then automatically drop it in there. Good. How about that one? Let's go get that one too. Please. If I can click correctly. There we go. All right. I think everybody's assigned a job. I think we're back. We lost 3, but we've got a few more. Of course, it's going to take them a while to reach the same level, particularly with armor. But now that we've got some, let's check. Everybody should have at least a 90 when it comes to Guardless Katana. So let's check that. We'll go through now. Have everybody run over here to the weapons cabinet and get at least a 90. Okay, you can go. Moon. Next is Escape Servant number 1. You can go. Spider. And bandits. Dust bandits. That's okay. Let me just pause the game for a moment. Escape Servant number 2. Come over here and get your weapon, please. Run, run, run. We'll have you a 90. Definitely don't want that stick. We're going to get rid of this. Ah, that won't go there. For now, you're fine. I'll remember it. Actually, go to Ferdinand or Tiny and trade. And then Maggie, come over here. Also, if we have time. Run, run, run. Yep, trade that. Then be on your way. Thank you. Appreciate it. Maggie, get up here, get up here. Give you a 90. Definitely don't want that. And then run and trade that with Tiny, please. And then Escape Servant number 2, come up here. Trade that. All right, we're going into combat. Just in time to have escape servant get an actual weapon. Then we'll just let everybody else. What are you doing? Where are you at? That you're. Oh, you're just slow getting over here. All right. Well, we're gonna get a little combat experience for our new guys. How did they fare? Not too bad. We definitely want Gecko. What is this? Way over here. Was that a Kral's Trojan? Oh, Band. Berserker. Oh, I thought that's Band of Bones. All right, Gecko, come lie down, please. Stone, lie down. Yeah, probably all these new guys are going to have to come lie down. Wish, you're already unconscious. I was going to say you're already lying down, but you're unconscious. Come lie down right here. Here. Maggie's unconscious. She's in a recovery coma. All right, I would like for escaped servant to go pick up Maggie, please. And once you've got Maggie, okay, come back and place her right there. And where are you at? Moon? No. Let's have Kang pick up escape servant number 1. Not trade. Pick up. All right, and come and lie him right there. Maggie, you got up. You were just real keen to do your job. I like that. But I do want you to come back and lie down because you were really wounded. And then operating machine, nope, come lie down. Moon, come lie down. I imagine the old timers will be okay because they probably not that hurt. They're tougher, so they will heal faster also. I think. What is this? Boy, you're just determined to keep working, aren't you? I'm going to have to turn your jobs off. Come back and lie down, buddy. I really want you to lie down. Kang, since you're determined to stand there and watch over him, I want you to lie down also. Not necessarily that you need it, but hey, since you're standing right there. Stone, you're good. Stone processor. Gecko, you're almost there. We'll get you back over here to work on the weaponsmith. There you go. And Randy, you're going to be going right back into armor crafting. Moon, you can go back to the manual iron refinery. Kang, you're good to go. Whatever it was you were doing. Manual iron refinery. Wish, you're almost there. And escape servant number 2, you're there. Go back to your iron resource. And Wish, you can go back to the fabric loom. The machine is full. All right, I'll look into it in just a moment. Manual stone processor. Maggie and escape. All right, now, Batai, what machine is full, my friend? We're out of cactus, it looks like, for one thing. That's... What about up top? Yeah, we got plenty of food. Well, that's all the cooked food that we had from our trip. I'm not sure that we're actually making food fast enough just yet. Again, since we do have new people. Iron. Go work on the iron. And you go work on the iron. Let's see. All right. Now, Tiny, what did you get? Now that we're not in battle, let's have Moon come and trade with you. We want to get 1 standard med kit for now. And then we want escape servant number 1 to go and trade with you. Why are you way up there, Tiny, by the way? I'm going to move you 2 back down here. We want you to have 1 standard kit. And both of you come down here a little closer to everybody else, please. Particularly you, Tiny, because this is where you get your food from. All right, Maggie. Escape servant number 2. Go trade with Tiny. We'll get you guys some medical supplies. And Maggie, also, just one at a time, getting everybody the required, well, not required, but what I want them to have. And I will go back to getting swords. I know the machine is full. Randy. And Gecko. I'm going to go ahead and take that Gecko because we're going to sell that. Although, I'm going to give it to you. Boom. There we go. Kill two birds with one stone while we're there. And that was... Stone is not going to get a weapon, of course, because he's a martial artist. Now, let's go back and start looking at weapons again. 90 and then 81. So let's see how far we got with the 90s. You can tell by the coloration, by the way. As I mentioned before, that's a 90. That's a 90. That is not a 90. So we're going to go Wish. Wish, come down here. Let's give you a 90. Even though that's not a guardless katana, it's better than nothing. All right, you can be on your way. Randy, what have you got? You've got a 47. Surely we can do better than that. This is an 81, so we'll give you that. Let's move this down here and this down here. And then Gecko has got an 81. Oh, two 81s. Yeah, he'll put them up since he's the one making them. And Stone, we don't want to have one. So Gecko, I'm going to move this thing. Well, hang on. Let me move you over here. We'll put that right there. Actually, no. We're going to sell those. We don't want the 81s since everybody else has got one. Let's go to Tiny. Open up this. Tiny, take everything here, please, that's 81 or less. And there are no 91s here. You can tell by the coloration. So we're just going to take everything. And we'll sell those. That'll be more cats for us. What about Randy? Have you made any armor? No, shoddy. We're gonna take these two to sell. I think I will have Joe. Let's grab this. I don't want to sell that. I don't want to sell. We're good. All right, Joe, come over here and place this in. What kind of storage is that? That's just armor storage. What about this? General storage. That's where I want to go. General storage. Want to put. Let's take this stuff. And that. Okay. Let's see if there's room here. He put a few up. He went inside and put them inside the actual machine. All right, we can put some leather. He must have stuck the leather in here. Yeah, he did. All right. Well, you can hold on to that, the skins for a little bit. I wanted to put the shoes in here, though. Where are they? Right there. Yeah, we'll put those in there. Some range and put those and that. That's all I can squeeze in there. There we go. That and that. Oh, come on. You can get those. All right. Now he should run and put up what he can. You can see him putting up the leather. But I also want him to trade with Tiny because I want to sell these. I'll keep the leather. We need those. We can't make the leather. You know, you have to farm the leather from animals. but we can make more electronics very easily. Speaking of that, I should have stripped these dead bandits, and I wasn't thinking. Or the bandits that were downed. They're all gone now. Get us a little more cats. I didn't mean to click on that. Sorry. Middle mouse button, not right mouse button. Water. Water is such... water, my favorite thing to drink. Is there bodies here? Or nope. How the animal trough doing? All right, it looks like Bataille is putting the sandwiches in the animal trough instead of the up here, which I'm okay with either way, as long as it's all filled up. That's all I care about. Rearranging myself here. Okay. What is the situation? Output's full. That's what you meant by... Oh, we got nobody grinding. Yeah, we do. Bataille, you're grind... Ah, okay, I understand. We need someone also who's not doing a whole lot. Why are you working in darkness? Who's that? Oh, the manual storm. I don't care about that. Okay. Yeah, we got nobody's doing nothing with the exception of what are you supposed to be doing? Iron resource. Get you on that job. I'm looking for anyone that says, Ferdinand, you hungry again? Where are you, Ferdinand? Come back over here, my friend. Where is Ferdinand? Way over there. Why won't you run and get food? I don't know. Eat. All right, Ferdinand ate. Let me turn jobs off of Ferdinand. Maybe that's interfering with his ability to go get food. Ruka, Iron Refinery. We've got plenty of room here, so that should be okay. These guys are not even... There's plenty of iron ore there, but they're just taking the ore straight to the refinery. So that's fine. And it looks like Joe's the only one that's actually not doing anything. Well, Griffin, why are you standing around doing nothing? Stone machine. Ah, I see. Because this can only hold 20. Yep, I got you. All right, Moo. Okay, that means Joe, I want you to work on this. Let's turn off that. There we go. That way, that frees Bataille up to do other things, and he should keep a solid, steady grinding of the wheat. Makes me want to play Farming Simulator now. Just saying that. Made me want to play Farming Simulator. Isn't that something? I don't see any more bandits, hungry bandits in the distance. That would have been okay. I would have taken a training... Probably all these new guys over and had them train some by getting into actual combat. Hungry bandits are really good to train. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, he got beat up. What beat him up? You know what, Joe? First aid Nam Tran. He sounds Vietnamese. Oh, wait, that's with a bug? If I'd have noticed before that was a bug, I would not have healed him. I don't care for roaches. It's funny, though. He's wounded out in the middle of the desert. He saw signs of civilization. He came up to us. I didn't mean to, but I went and healed him. He's got healed. He turned around and started walking off back into the desert. That right there is the story of Kenshi. No words exchanged. Let's see how far I can follow Nam Tran. Oh, right there. What was that? A Shek warrior. I wonder if the Shek beat him up. I don't think a regular Shek warrior would beat up a bug. I don't have a problem if they did, but I don't think they do. I imagine it was bone dogs or something like that. But he got beat up pretty hard. Oh, he's turning around. He's running the other. What does it say he's doing? Attacking enemies. What's he going after? Ah, here's where some combat took place. Yep, bone dogs. I knew it. All right, let's see what Nam Tran does. He's going to have another run at... No, he gave up. Looks like the bone dog is sleeping on the ground. So Nam Tran is going to let him go. You got to admire his tenacity, though. Even beat up, he took off after him. But the dog laid back down to sleep, so he's going to let him be. He's not hungry either. He's got plenty of food. Of course, I realize that's just coded to be that way. Let's see what he does, though. If nothing else, he alerted me to a pack of bone dogs right out here. Right in that area. A lot of times, if I see people like this and they're wounded and they're collapsed or whatever, I'll pick them up and put them in my beds. Just because it's the kind of guy I am. It's kind of guy Joe is. Out here in the world of Kenshi, everyone who's not your enemy is a potential ally. Except for the bugs. Yeah, I don't like bugs. All right. Let's see about these bone dogs. Right there. Whatever he fought really put up a fight. You can see he was really wounded. So if it was Nam Tran, well, more power to him. He's still going off over in the distance there. He's going to get hit by spiders, I believe. And I will not feel sad. I just don't like bugs. Roaches have no place in my parties. Or my towns. Maybe that's my Holy Nation upbringing. Remember, we did start as a Holy Nation citizen. It wasn't until after atrocities that we turned against the Holy Nation, or at least wanted to leave the area, turn our backs on our home. He's right there, still walking away into the distance. I just can't go any further with the camera. I'll probably lose him by the time he hits the other side of that. He's right there. Still see him. Still see him. I can still see him, right? Do you see him? Man, the view distance is very far. All right, he disappeared behind the hill line there. Otherwise, I might still be able to see him. Listen. Yeah, there he is. Okay, well, the only limiting factor, it seems, to the view distance is terrain, topography. There's a regular shack, I can tell by the formation they're in. No problem for us. All right, let's check out and see what Gecko looks like now. 50, very good. How quickly? 67, 68, 60. Still relatively fast. It's demonstrably slower, though, as you can see, and he's expected to weapon quality Mark 1 now. Let's take a gander and see what he has produced. He's up to full-time 81s, which is the Mark Cadden number 1, but it says he's expected to do Mark 1. Let's look at that again. Weaponsmith, weapon quality, you can see over here. Weapon quality, Mark 1. But he looks like he's consistently producing Cadden number 1. And we'll see. Where's he going? Gecko, where are you going? To get metal, more metal. Fair enough. He's got a couple of regardless katanas on him, and they're all 81. I'm going to help him out here. I'm just going to deposit those. That way he don't have to run up there and do it. Randy, what are you doing? Have you made anything? Because he's taking awful... All right, you made a high grade. You're getting there. What is your current skill factor? You're up to 45, and even though you don't have a bonus, 77, 78, 79, 80, it's moving along. These low levels move fairly fast. What does the food situation look like? The food barrel, I still cannot say that... I would say he's holding his own in the food barrel, but what about the food trough? I think we're slightly getting ahead there. Again, it's hard to say. but we definitely need more cactus. Cactus is the one thing. So look at there. We were at 250, and ever since Joe started grinding wheat, we're working through that wheat straw very quickly. What about cactus? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready to harvest, and Swift is just as working as fast. What is her skill up to? Where you at, Swift? Right there. She's up to 93 in farming. Notice how slow that's going. It's on 21 and it's not going anymore. Once you get to 90, it really is slow. I see a lot of posts in the forums complaining about it. It doesn't seem to be going up, but it will. It'll go up. It's as you can expect, diminishing returns the higher you get. Besides, why do you need it? I mean, you can survive if it's at 10. You know, it's good to have it higher, but I don't know why so many people complain about that. Well, I do know why. There's a lot of people that are... I don't know if it's OCDC or whatever it is, but, you know, there's a lot of people, gamers especially, that are like that. Me, is just as long as I'm surviving, I'm okay, I'm good. I don't have to min-max or anything of that nature. I'll try to get the best I can, but if I can't, like here, I didn't have Randy's, not a Scorchlander, so I just used what I got available. I'm not losing any sleep over it. All right. Joe, you're going through that straw very quickly. What's our water situation? Yeah, we've got plenty of water. Definitely not, water's not an issue. And let's check and see what our fabric situation is. Plenty of fabric. Wish is just keeping up, and you can see how much hemp we have. Plenty of hemp to keep up with fabric production. And remember, both the weapon bench and the armor crafting bench are using fabric now. Man, that particular music is very loud. All right, we're down to about 8 minutes. Hasn't been any combat to speak of, just the odd animal here and there, but we're making progress because we're getting our new guys up to speed with the tasks that need to be done on a daily basis. We're getting them armored, and we're getting some armor and some weapons produced, and getting our guys' crafting abilities up also. And we made a little cats on the side by selling the building materials, the excess iron plates, and also armor and weapons. Speaking of which, let's see if we can have Tiny grab some more stuff here. Tiny, please take all of this, because 81 is now the standard. That's what we expect, so we can start selling those because we want 90. And Gecko will get there eventually. And high grade, we can sell everything that's below master work, because that's the ultimate goal. Although I should be putting some stuff on our new guys, even if it's not master work. I want it to be at least specialist, though, so I'm holding out for at least specialist. We're going to have Tiny and Joe run up and sell again at the way station. Way station's really been a beacon of hope for us, especially in the beginning when it was the only place we could get food from and supplies. So I thank the tech hunters for having these way stations scattered throughout the land. Bandit demands. All right, that's going to be more dust bandits. Let's get this taken care of. Squad 1 is having a battle. It's got to be a rogue animal, though. And let's sell all of this junk. Oops. Shopkeeper can afford that. That's it. All right, he can't afford anything else. Joe, run in here, because he'll have some money. Let's sell what we can here off of Tiny. with all those little teeth. All right, that's it. We cannot afford any more. Fair enough. Let's run out here and run back to camp. And move back to Moo. It's curious to see if we can see maybe a patch of blood, what kind of animal that was. It could have been way over here. I'm pretty sure it was either a bone dog or a spider, though, but I don't know where it was because I don't see any blood patches. That would be the obvious place. I don't see any anywhere else. Tiny? Come back over here, please. We'll hold off for a bit. How far away is the... Right there. There they are. Dust bandits. They present no challenge for us anymore. So we're going to let them... Just let our guys handle it as the situation develops, just like we did last time. Oi, chumps! It's time to pay the price. I'm giving you a final chance to come out of this alive. You don't want your friends to die, do you? Just come on out and give me all your money. This is your last chance. Time to die then. Charge! Ah. All right. I actually want to have Joe. Is there anything else you can put? Nope, that's full. All right. Trade with Ferdinand, please. Let's get this stuff off of you. Put this down here. And see if there's any armor we can strip off of these guys that our new guys can use. If it's shoddy, you know what? Wait, you know what? Wait a minute. Tiny, come over here, my friend. We can sell all this stuff. Yeah. All right, Joe. We'll have Tiny take all of this stuff, and then I'll look through it. If I see anything that's other than shoddy, I'll pay attention to it. I got to turn his jobs off. He keeps wanting to run away. Everything appears... So far, everything has been shoddy, except for those boots. I don't care about the boots because I want my guys to have sandals. Running out of space here. We're going to have to bring Ferdinand over. Also... Yeah, these are poor bandits. Everything is... All right, Ferdinand, come over, please. Have you stand right there. Oh, you're right. You're close enough. All right. Joe, open that fella up again, please. Whichever one it was, that one. We'll have... I'm going to put that back there so that Ferdinand... I mean, to say... Ferdinand. There we go. Joe. Who else we got? This guy. All right, Ferdy. Let's take all of this. Again, these are cats. Free cats. And armor if it's any good for our new guys. But it's all shoddy grade, so I'm just not inclined to use it. I probably will if for anyone that doesn't have armor or just has rags. Because that just makes sense until we can get better armor. Why do I click on... Is that Ferdinand I clicked on? Yeah, wow. Ferdy's running out of room also. All right, who else has a giant backpack? We can get boots in there. I think it is Ruka. Ruka, come over here, please. Let me turn off your jobs. Ferdinand, you can step out of the way. Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, Ruka, with your giant backpack. Can you grab anything off of him? Oh, he wants to get up, huh? Ruka, shoot him arrow. All right, he collapsed from blood loss. Look at there, 516. That's probably the best item. That's the first thing I've seen that was not shoddy grade. And last, but probably not least, just as the timer goes off. All right, that was everybody. Let me turn this timer off. All right, I'm just going to take a moment to move Ruka into the runner squad. And then the three of us are going to make a dash for Squin. Right there. And then while they're doing that, let me just put it back on high speed. It looks like Ruka's going to be the slowest runner at 10 because she's very over encumbered. So I'm going to have her, if I can, get some stuff to Joe, and then maybe we can speed up All right, we got her up to 12. That's better than nothing. We'll let them run. I'll keep running the video until I get to Squin. Which may be a couple of minutes. That's all right. I think my last one went 1 minute 23, or 1 hour 23 minutes because I forgot my timer had gone off. That's the thing with me and the games I enjoy, which is every game I play. Even when the timer goes off, I don't want to quit. I like to continue playing it. And sometimes, as you saw in the last Kenshi video, I forgot. I got so involved in what I was doing, I forgot the timer had already gone off. I'll try not to do that this time. Is there any food in there? Yep. That's okay. Batai, what did you just put up? All right, you put some more Dust Witch. I want Ferdinand to come over here, please, next to the food trough. You should have went with him, Ferdinand. You know what, Ferdinand? Ferdinand. Run. Quickly. Right there. We'll move you into that squad. Ferdinand can move. Let's see how fast he's running. 25. Yeah, it won't take him long to get there. I forgot he was full also. Looking around. I don't see any movement in the distance. It's another one of those days where I had a busy morning. It's 3 p.m. right now. 1500. And as you can see, I didn't start recording this till 1400. So I started late in the day. Boy, that soundtrack is so loud. Let's see, Ferdinand, where you at? He's there. I told you it wouldn't take him long. Okay, and it's nighttime, so we want to wait till morning, and then we'll see how many cats we get at the general store here. That failed is our farmers back at the camp, at the outpost. That's what you see in the distance. So it is 2 a.m. In the meantime, I'm going to go into the bar and sell what I can. The bars won't have much, many cats, but they'll have enough to sell something. Let's trade, and we're going to. The goal is to take it off of the humanoids first. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to buy that back because that was the standard grade, and I didn't want to sell it. Okay, tiny. Still 2,000. Looks like yep, 2. All right. Let's go to the next inn down here. It's coming up on 5 a.m. We'll see what we can sell from here. Where is this guy at? Right there. Yeah, I don't want the shoes, remember. I like the sandals. right, that's it. That's all he can afford. What about some trashy stuff? Yep. All right, 113. I don't think I have anything that's going to sell for less than, well, except for that helmet. All right. Now the store should be open. The general store. So let's run back to it. An outsider. How exotic. I'm curious, outsider. Do you know much of the Shek custom? I hear Shek are pretty rowdy, but that's about it. I know the Shek believe in honor through battle. That's the correct response because Ruka has, and remember Rain the Giant has told me this. Correct. Around here, a Shek standing is measured in bravery and battle school, as in the same footsteps of Kral. Foreigners are only tolerated in this town for the trade, under the Stone Golem's orders. Every Shek in the city is itching for a fight since she came to power, especially against an honorless foreigner like you. I suggest you keep your head down if you want to leave the city in one piece. Sounds like a fun city. Then you'll fit in well around here. We live and breathe battle in the Shek Kingdom. Only through honorable battles can we gain passage to the Holy Lands. Valhalla, right? Or Stovakor, if you're Klingon. You do well to know our customs if you are to survive in this town. Well, thanks for the advice. All right. Let's go back over here to the general store, where we should be able to sell everything. The general store have more cats than the bars. And I've sold everything I want to sell off of Joe and Ruka. Let's get these two swords off of Tiny, and then the rest of this stuff off of Ferdy. And that's all I want to sell. Let me arrange that and make sure I'm not missing anything. Yep, I don't want to sell any of this stuff. And you don't have any med kits. So let's get back. Well, that's it. Let's see if we can get them back in one piece, and then I'll end the recording if they get back in one piece. Let's see what the run speed is now. A guy chasing after me? No. All right, looks like their run speed is 19, which is Ruka. That's her fastest run speed, which is acceptable. She's got armor, -13 for armor. Which is boots, -0.86 in athletics. So those boots are slowing her down. That's all right. She's a Shek. I want her to have the boots on. I would consider her a frontline warrior. Okay, and they made it back in one piece. So I'll end it here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Adios. Of course, I pressed the wrong button. Hang on. Here we